This 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 seems really dark in the camera. I swear the shirt's not this dark. That's not important right now. Stop being mean to yourself. And what I mean by this is for all of you who have chronic illness or take care of someone many hours a week who have chronic illness conditions, invisible illnesses. No more guilt about not being able to do everything, especially you guys who are suffering like I have POTS, EDS, chronic migraines, etc. The list goes on and on. I'm sure you guys know when you have those sheets of paper, it's like 3 pages long. Yeah. Stop being mean to yourself. It is not your fault that you have disabling conditions, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I know some of probably our favorite quotes are like, you're lazy, you just got to eat better, go to the gym more, all of that, or why do you have your grandma's handicap passed even though it's yours? Or probably like my personal favorite is one of my two is but you look healthy, or but you're healthy other than all of your problems. Or maybe it's all in your head, like all of that. I'm sure you guys have all heard it too. And I just wanted to let you know that there are people out there who support you. And I do know it's especially hard if you don't have a support system in place, or even just one person that doesn't understand. I understand that there are, if you don't have them for physical support system, there are online support groups that have POTS, EDS, or other chronic conditions. I go to one, it's called Potsy's Gone Wild on Facebook. They're very supportive, regardless of they usually try to give you like make fun of the conditions, or they're there if you're having a bad flare up and you want to just talk about it. There are people on there you can talk to about it, and they're very friendly. I've been part of that group now for a while. This is not an advertisement for them, but if you're looking for one, at least that is one that I know of. And there are several more. I don't really know how good the other ones are. I just know that one in particular has always been super supportive when I've had questions, concerns, or anything else going on, and people there to root you on or calm your fears and whatnot. So, and then some of them on there are actual medical professionals as well, so sometimes willing to give you advice, which is really handy, especially for people like us with the multiple chronic illnesses, because it's lovely, right? One of the things I want to talk about is chronic illness is a full-time job. And what I mean about that is going to doctor's offices, getting testing done, going in for various whatever injections, picking up prescriptions, and then you have your days where are probably mostly bad days where you're going to spend in bed or on the couch watching Netflix or something to get you through the day, or in my case, taking a low-dose weed gummy to help with my hand pain and everything else, which it's wild to me that people are like, oh, you could just, work. And it's just like, some people with chronic conditions can. That is true. It is a spectrum, like a lot of things. But there are other people like me who have it on a severe enough basis that I've tried to have full-time jobs before, even part-time jobs, and I always end up in the hospital because I can't keep up with it. And I was told I would need a pacemaker, and I didn't want a pacemaker because I was like 23 at the time. And so, yeah, sometimes it's just not feasible with all your testing and appointments and everything else. It runs you down, and then people make you feel guilty about doing a few things, like finally getting out of the house for the first time in a month to go to the zoo or a museum because you're actually feeling well enough to go, or well enough that you can get pushed around in a wheelchair to go while being on a lot of medication. People make you feel guilty about that. You should never feel guilty about that. I've had doctors tell me you should still try to live your life, get out of the house when you can, to try to have a sense of fulfillment, because having a job is a sense of fulfillment for some people, but that is not what makes you like an important person in society, okay? Because you still have, if people deem your worth based on you working solely or what kind of job you have, those are not the people you want to have in your life. Okay, because there are plenty of people out there who are willing, who do understand and willing to support you. And it's those people that are really nice to like go to and talk to when you're having like a bad day. And I know it can be like, oh, sometimes, a couple, like not and recently, but like last year I went to Cedar Point twice, which if you guys know is a roller coaster theme park, and Sandusky, Ohio. And part of me is like, oh, maybe I should feel guilty about being here. Because even though I had a lot of medications on me, I had a lot of precautions while we were there, like the medical badge and medical pass thing that they can give you. And I only ended up riding like 2 rides because that's all I could handle before. And then I was in kind of rough shape after that. Um, and they weren't even the most intense rides either. But yeah, so I was like, maybe I should feel guilty about going over there and still enjoying myself just because I was having a good day. So we could just kind of planned it at like the last minute. And you know what? You shouldn't feel guilty about being able to finally do something that you were looking forward to. That's just bullshit people are going to put on you because they think that you can work a job because you might have a good day or two in a month. Like, you should not feel guilty about going out and having a great time, whether you're having a good health day or you're not necessarily having a good health day, but you're able to get out of the house anyway and try to do something that, might help mentally, even if you're in pain or you're feeling really sick or maybe your heart rate's elevated, but you're still pushing yourself to go out there because you really want to do something for once. I get that. And there are a lot of people who understand that as well. I do require a lot of help from my husband on my bad days or even days that are kind of moderate. But, I tend to frequently lose my balance in public and kind of go tilt like on one leg. So he has to catch me, or I hold on to him when that starts happening because it'll happen very suddenly. And I can do that while sitting down. But yeah, that's one of the things I just want to let people know, like, just stop beating yourself up just because you have a good day or you have assistance stuff. You might have people who help you out to go places, but just because you can't work and just because people will say one thing, your worth is based on so much more than getting out of the house or having a job. There is fulfillment to be found even at home among people who love you and still value for who you are personally and not based on the shit that you go do for a living. So I just want to let you know, be kind to yourself and others with chronic illnesses. There's enough other bullshit in the world. Please stand up for each other.